platform 5 for the 0940 East Midlands Rail.
Yellow line.
Good morning and welcome back to a very windy Peterborough railway station, and I'm here today for a very long 650-mile journey from here in England all the way up to the very north of Scotland at Thurso, over 650 miles by rail. So this vlog will document that and see how reliable the British trains actually are. So I'm going to cut to the itinerary, or the planned itinerary at least, and we'll hop on board the 9:48 LNER train up to Edinburgh Waverley for leg 1 of this massive journey. The first part of our journey today begins at Peterborough railway station, located on the East Coast Main Line. Upon departure, we speed through the Lincolnshire countryside before making our way further north towards our first stop of York. After leaving the city, we make a subsequent stop at Darlington before crossing the Tyne on the approach to Newcastle. We make a final call south of the border at the picturesque town of Berwick before skirting alongside the North Sea coastline on the approach to Scotland's capital. Total journey time to cover the 316 miles is scheduled to be 3 hours and 33 minutes, giving us an impressive average speed of nearly 90 miles per hour. However, upon reaching Edinburgh, we had a challenge facing us in the form of a 10-minute connection to cross the station from platform 6 to platform 15, and made even tighter by the late departure of our train from London, it was certainly going to be a close one. But for now, let's hop on board our LNER Azuma and take our seats in Coach J. So, a quick update. We are on the 9:48 train to Edinburgh Waverley. At the moment, there's about a 8-minute delay departing Peterborough. We think we're going to make up time, and hopefully we make the connection to Inverness. If not, there are backup plans available. They're telling us that we're not going to make the connection at the moment, but I have a sneaking suspicion that they're just playing on the safe side and that we will make it at Edinburgh. So, fingers crossed. So I'm just going to sit down, enjoy the rest of the journey, and we'll have to see how it goes later on.
But there are caravans that just did one. I don't remember the name, but it was one of those ones that they use your money to invest.
So with the fundings, they pay you quite to...
Yeah.
So once in October, once in January,
Yeah.
and then what time? I mean, I can't remember.
He defeated the
The what?
dynasty. He was the one who burned it down first. Temporary. Yeah.
I mean, what website?
Soon it was time for lunch, so I made a quick trip to the buffet car to get some food before returning to my seat as we approached the crossing over the Tyne. And being thoroughly underway into this mega journey, now's a good time to tell you how much we paid for the tickets. For an off-peak single between Peterborough and Thurso, booked in advance, we paid £129.46 for the both of us with a railcard discount, which I think is a fairly decent price considering the length of the journey. Departing Newcastle 8 minutes late, we were closely watching the time as it seemed more and more likely that we wouldn't make our all-important connection. was at this point that our train was running a total of 9 minutes late, giving us an extremely tight 2 minutes to try and make our train. So please accept my apologies for the lack of footage as me and my mum dashed across Waverley Station with our heavy suitcases, but thankfully we did indeed manage to make the all-important 13:32 ScotRail departure for Inverness, guaranteeing that we'd make it to Thurso within the day. So whilst we catch our breath and settle into our seats, leaving behind Edinburgh and Murrayfield Stadium, let's take a look at this part of our journey up to Inverness. Upon leaving the capital Edinburgh, we make our way westwards along the line to Glasgow before swinging north as we make our way towards the first stop at Stirling. Upon departure from this historic city, we continue onwards to our second city stop of Perth, where the Highland main line begins, taking us through the heart of Scotland. After a further 7 stops at places such as Pitlochry, Dalwhinnie and Aviemore, we arrive into the capital of the Highlands, Inverness. Scheduled journey time to cover the 187 miles is 3 hours and 30 minutes, giving our ScotRail Inter7 city set an average speed of 53 miles per hour. And once on board, something we both noticed was how much comfier these ScotRail HST sets are compared to the Zoomers, with a favourite feature of mine being the upside down sockets for chunky chargers. And with tickets duly checked, we sat back and relaxed as we enjoyed the beautiful scenery and stations on the journey. As we pull into Stirling, notice the beautiful station buildings dating from 1912, designed by the Scottish architect James Miller, whose other works include the incredible Wemyss Bay railway station and the Glasgow Royal Infirmary. And just half an hour later, we were pulling into the magnificent station at Perth. Opened in 1848 to a design by William Tite, the station is an important junction and is the starting point for the stunning Highland Main Line, meaning it was time to sit back and prepare ourselves for some stunning Scottish Highlands scenery.
from platform 1. Our train is expected to arrive into platform 4. Therefore, you
After a really pleasant 3.5-hour journey on board a ScotRail HST through the heart of the Highlands, we had soon arrived at Inverness railway station. And with the sleeper train behind me, we have arrived into a very windy Inverness railway station. So we've got about an hour and a quarter here before our final train up to Thurso on the far north line. So we're going to try and find some dinner around the station area, and I will catch you later on back at the station here to catch the final leg. So that's all for now. And so after a nice quick dinner at the Pizza Express next to Inverness railway station, we are back here in the station itself, waiting for the 6:31 departure to Wick, which will take us right up to Thurso from platform 6. So we're just going to wait for it to board, and then we'll be on our way on the 3 hours and 50 minutes up to our destination. So before we jump on board, let's have a look at the extremely windy route our ScotRail service will take along the far north line. Upon departure from Inverness, we briefly run alongside the Bewley Firth as we make our way towards Dingwall, where the Kyle line branches off westwards. After a brief stop, we continue onwards up the banks of the Cromarty Firth before we swing northwards towards Tain. It's at this point that the A9 takes the shortcut over the Dornoch Firth Bridge, whilst we swing westwards once again, following the contours of the land before rejoining the coast at Golspie. From here onwards, our train traverses remote moorland with the occasional request stop along the way, before reversing at Georgemas Junction to take the line up to Thurso. With 21 scheduled stops, journey time to cover the 153 miles is 3 hours and 49 minutes, giving our little sprinter an average speed of just 40 miles per hour. So with our class 158 ready on platform 6 to make one of the 4 daily services up to Wick, let's jump on board. So we've made it onto the train with plenty of time, so we're just going to sit back and hopefully enjoy some nice views before it gets dark. So with departure from Inverness just a couple of minutes late, we started our final leg through the remote Highlands on what was one of my favourite journeys. And over 13 hours later, we have arrived on time into Thurso, and surprisingly, all the itinerary went to plan. So the train will now head onwards to Wick, but we have got a hotel here, so we're going to check in there. And that concludes today's video and very long journey. So I hope you enjoyed, as always, and please consider liking and subscribing. So thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.